poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another LEGO custom for a YouTuber here on the platform, which is Matthew Patrick, also known as Pat, also known as the Game Theorist, also known as the Food Theorist, Film Theorist, and Style Theorist. Those of you from the LEGO community may look at this figure and be like, hey, that looks a lot like Ash and Flash, and I will agree with you, it does look a lot like Ash and Flash, and I'm going to be honest, they have very similar sort of character designs in LEGO. They sort of match very well. And the parts that I'm using for this figure is the black hair from Superman, the head from Spider-Man or Ant-Man from the Marvel wave, the torso from Star-Lord, and the legs from Christmas Drax. I love game theory. And if I'm going to be honest, the part that I would change is the hair. I'd make it brown instead of black. But other than that, I think it's a solid figure. I love game theory. I love film theory, style theory, food theory, and I've been watching them for a while. I did cry when he announced that he was making his final theory on March 9th. I sat there and cried watching that video because game theory has been such a huge part of my childhood and such a huge part of me growing up and learning what I know now. These guys were some of the biggest inspirations for me of what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a YouTuber because of these guys. These guys, Jacksepticeye, Daz Black, all of those ones, the major ones, sort of made me want to be a YouTuber, but these guys made me want to learn. I hated school growing up. I genuinely hated going to school. I got bullied, and I was the quiet kid. I sort of sat and tried to keep to myself, and I just hated the whole school experience, and these guys made me want to learn. Watching these every week helped me learn a little bit more. These guys taught me more about science and all of the stuff like that than I actually learned in science. It is genuinely incredible. And every time that I see his name on something, when I saw him in the FNAF movie, I fucking pointed at the screen and I went, it's him! And I shook my girlfriend and she's like, okay? And I'm like, no, it's him! And she just looked at me all confused, and when he was on the Jacksepticeye Thankmas thing, I was watching it until he came on, because I live in the UK and it was set in LA, so it was on quite late, going on into early hours of the morning, around 3-4 o'clock. But I stayed awake just to watch his part in it, because I love game theory so much. I love all the stuff that he does. He's such a lovely man, and he does all these kind things for the community. And I love all the ARGs that he does, and I love sort of working stuff out and trying to, look for theories in places. And he's the reason that I want to be a theorist. And I did do a couple of theory videos early on in the channel when I was quite young, and they're probably really crap, looking back at them now. But I am going to be honest, these guys are what made the channel. These guys are what made me what I want to do, and see that being a YouTuber is successful and can be done. Because if you go through their channel, you can see how they started off, and I'm going to be honest, they have improved so much over the 13 years that they've had on YouTube, and I want to be like them. I want to improve as much as they have. I want to sort of show my evolution on this channel and how far I've gone, and I owe it all to these guys. So please go check them out. But other than that, it's just a theory, a game theory, and cut.